Hello and welcome to another recording from my channel. This will be another Star Trek Online Age of Discovery playthrough. We'll continue the Delta Quadrant story arc and we'll go into Reunion.
Our first task in the Delta Quadrant is a familiar one, helping a species to find a new home. A group of Talaxians living in the Entaba system are ready to move to a new homeworld nearby. Admiral Tuvok and Voyager have gone ahead to their main asteroid base to begin the preparations for the transition. The Admiral's requested your presence as well. You two work well together. I recommend you take advantage of his expertise. There's no one who knows more about the Delta Quadrant than he does.
I think 7 of 9 does.
Hello. Would you have time?
No, I would not. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? Yes. Don't mind the design of this ship. Yes, how far off are we? He's not going to show me here. Okay. Might as well double the amount of speed, half the amount of time. Just when you activate this, it disconnects the ship from its auto stop. So you do have to automatically stop the ship once you get to where you're going. Okay, let's get into the mission. And again, because of all the talking, this will be a long one, so I'll have the audio clips playing. So I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to do another episode after this one. We've arrived in the Entaba system, sir. Our orders are to rendezvous with Admiral Tuvok on Voyager, setting course to their coordinates now.
Voyager is under attack by the Kazon. Engines are offline, requesting assistance.
Definitely have to put the sound effects down. I've been messing with the volume, trying to get things set right, because sometimes it goes straight up and sometimes it goes straight down, so hopefully I can fix this eventually. Oh, that's fine. Yes, unless you change the angle, you don't exactly know where you are. Okay, I'm just going to change my volume, so I'm going to cut this out.
Thank you for your assistance. We were en route to the Talaxian base when we were ambushed by the Kazon. The damage is relatively minor, but my crew will require time to make repairs. However, I have a personal request. The leader of the Talaxian colony served with me on Voyager. Would you be willing to take me there?
Of course, Admiral Tuvok. Beam over at your convenience.
This base is populated by Talaxians. My shipmate from Voyager, Neelix, joined them before they moved to this location. The Talaxians have been looking for a new homeworld for quite some time, and now they have found one. The Alliance's history with the relocation of the Romulans will be invaluable in this process.
Starfleet! Oh, what a thrill! It's so wonderful to see someone from the Federation again. It's been so long, and I keep in touch with my friends, but subspace isn't the same, and listen to me, I'm rambling on. My name is Neelix, and I serve as Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. Before that, I spent 7 years on the USS Voyager with Captain Catherine Janeway.
Admiral Janeway, she was promoted some time ago.
Admiral Janeway? Of course! She certainly earned that promotion. My link to the Alpha Quadrant wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be until the Janolan Dyson Sphere opened a path straight to the Delta Quadrant. Now we get all sorts of news, but yours is the first ship to visit. I may make a trip to Earth myself sometime, sample the cuisine, but that will have to wait until after the colonization. I barely have a minute to myself anymore. There's just so much to do.
About the colonization.
Oh, you've come to help. How wonderful! But of course, Starfleet's always pitching in to help out, aren't they? Why, in all my years as ambassador to the Delta Quadrant, I've done everything I could to uphold the good name of the Federation. I don't always have the resources to do more than diplomatic visits, but we try to help out anyone we can, whenever we can. There are Alcompan ships out there right now. Did you know that? My people are helping them explore the stars.
I'm sure the Federation appreciates your efforts on its behalf, but could we get back to the colonization efforts?
Ow, where are my manners? You must be tired and thirsty after your long journey. Come to the colony. We'll fix you right up. But if I could impose on you just for a small favor first. The Kazon Nestrum have been giving us a lot of trouble lately. We've constructed some shield generators to protect the base, but the Kazon keep knocking them offline, and all my shuttles are prepping for the colonization. Could you reactivate the shields for us?
Of course, Neelix.
Wonderful! Just fly to the generators and start the relaunch sequence. It will take them a few minutes to get up to full strength, but that shouldn't be a problem. After that, beam down to the colony. I'll start making some nicely old root stew for you.
You start 3 shield generators, got it. Okay, so let's head for those little white markers. Okay. That completes all of the satellite repairs, so shielding systems coming back online now.
Thank you so much for your assistance. You may beam down to our base at your leisure. Oh, and speaking in my formal capacity as permanent ambassador, welcome to the Delta Quadrant.
Thank you, Neelix. So Neelix is a talker, so a lot of the conversation will be from him, but I think this video will go on pretty long because of that.
So good to meet you in person. View screens are so impersonal, don't you think? May I shake your hand? If memory serves, that's how. Mr. Vulcan? Is that you, Tuvok?
Indeed. It is agreeable to see you again, Neelix.
What a wonderful surprise. Come, my friends, we have so much to discuss.
You look well, Neelix.
Okay.
As do you. Family, children. Being here has changed me for the better.
Indeed. This colony is an improvement on your previous home.
Twice as large and completely updated. You should see the kitchen.
But you still seek a new homeworld?
Okay.
Of course, children need sun and open skies. A place to put down roots. What was that?
Sir, the Kazon returned almost as soon as you transported down. We drove them off, but they got a lucky shot at the base before they left. Sensors are showing some structural damage in the operations bay. Acknowledge to inform me if the Kazon return.
The operations bay? Dexter was in there! Dexter's trapped! Please, do something! Dex is a little dizzy, but she'll be fine. I have to stay with her, though. I'm afraid I must impose on your kindness again. Several of our systems were damaged in the attack, and I can't help fix them just now.
Of course I'll help, Neelix. What can I do?
Several of our systems are malfunctioning. Our communications, environmental controls, engineering, and the controls for the crane loading our ships all have been damaged.
It'd be my pleasure. Okay, let's run like the wind. If I can figure out how to make this sort of stuff go faster, like when I'm editing the video, I'm happy to try to make this go a little bit faster to cut down the length. Because no story actually happens, so it might be easier. Okay. Well, I want to get rid of the plasma flow, wouldn't I? Ah, I broke the console. Obviously, I want to get burnt by the plasma. Locator repair kit. Should be a little glowing green kit somewhere. Oh, it's on the opposite side of the room. Nope, it's... a crane is the other thing we've got to fix. There should be a... Okay. Let's just do the other two items then, and then we'll move on to the back to the kit. Where I just... oh no, I left him off to the side of it. Oh no, he's in there. Ah, that's where I can find the kit. Okay. So the Talaxians are a semi-important race in the Voyager series. They, Neelix is the main one, then they travel past Talax, the home planet, and then they continue on their way. Is this the one? Yep. Yeah, so towards the end of Voyager, they actually find a colony world, and then they help them a bit and then move on. Okay, so I want to increase the frequency. I want to decrease. I was trying to increase that. I want to decrease that. Okay, and return to Neelix. Yeah, so the first time I did this, I got very confused because I couldn't figure out why there was this huge room, but there was only this little tiny turbo lift. You actually have to go up.
Thank you so much. Everything seems to be working properly now, and Dex is feeling much better. I need to take one final lap around the base and speak to a few people before we depart. Would you care to accompany me?
Certainly. Again, they walk slow, so you have to go with the pace of the game if Neelix catches up. So this is basically like New Romulus. You just got to help out a few bits and pieces and talk to people. Well, what's going on there with the imagery?
I need help loading this ship. Mannix was supposed to help me, but now I can't find him, and I can't reach him on internal comms. I know he hasn't left the station yet, though. Could you look around and tell him that his shift has started?
Find Mannix, I can do that.
The lack of discipline among the Talaxians is alarming.
Talaxians are a fun-loving race, so yeah. Not like they're lazy, but they're fun.
Greetings, friend. What can I do for you?
I'm helping Calyx. She says she needs more workers for the shift.
Really? I was scheduled to work now, but I traded shifts with Oxel so I could meet a friend who's returning from a long trading mission. Find Oxel. He should be able to help you.
Thank you.
I've known Mannix for many years now. If he says he traded shifts, I believe him.
This is a bit of fun. You just got to run around the entire map, basically, looking for people.
I don't believe we've met yet. I'm Oxel, and you must be one of Neelix's visitors from the Alpha Quadrant. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm trying to track down who's supposed to be working the cargo or loaders right now. Mannix said he traded shifts with you.
That's right, but then I beat Drexa in a game of Kat is Kat, and she agreed to work the shift for me. You should find her.
Thank you.
Betting work shifts on a game of Caddis Cot is extremely unprofessional.
Hi there. I'm Drexa. I heard you helped save Dex's life. Those Kazon are always bothering us. I wish they'd just find someplace else to go. Is there something I can do for you?
I'm trying to find out who is supposed to be working the cargo loaders. Oxel said you lost a game of Calder Scott to him and agreed to work his shift as payment.
Oh, yes, that's right. I worked his shift, though. Check the duty roster. It should all be there.
Thank you.
Drexa never worries about the details, but she's one of the nicest people I know.
They're not lazy, but they are kind of, flighty, I guess the word would be. The duty roster shows that Drexa did work a shift for Oxel, but she worked Oxel's original shift rather than the time marked for Mannix's shift. And now you've got to basically just got to decide who does what. Oh no, maybe after you speak to her again.
Oh, it's you again. Did you find what you needed?
I checked the duty roster. Oxel had traded shifts with Mannix, so when you did Oxel's shift, you were actually supposed to work Mannix's shift.
Really? But I worked the shift that was in the duty roster.
Very well. Oh, this one goes quite a bit. This one's a pretty long mission, just running around doing different things.
Did you find Drexa?
Yes, I checked the duty roster. It wasn't updated with the trade with Mannix, and so Drexa did your original shift by mistake.
Oh, what a goof! I told her I traded shifts with Mannix. At least I think I did. Does that mean both Mannix and Drexa showed up for my shift?
I'll talk to Mannix.
Hey there! I talked to Oxel, and he told me what happened. Did you find Drexa?
Yes, I looked at the duty roster. Drexa was supposed to do your shift to repay her debt to Oxel, but did his original shift by mistake. But where were you?
Oh, that explains it. I showed up for the shift a bit late, but Calix said she already had enough workers and I could go back to my quarters. Normally, I would be happy to work, but my friend will be back any time now. That's why I traded shifts in the first place.
I see. Okay, and then it doesn't really affect the game in any way, but you just tell her who you think should work the shift.
Did you find Menix?
Menix said he traded shifts with Oxel. Drexa lost their bet to Oxel and took the shift as payment. But Drexa did Oxel's original shift by mistake instead of Menix's. So when Menix showed up to work Oxel's shift, you told him you had enough help and that he could leave.
Sounds like quite a series of miscommunications. But I still need help here. What do you think I should do about it?
Make Menix work the shift he was assigned to it and should fulfill his... Oxel caused the problem by trading shifts and not communicating properly. It's his responsibility to work the shift. Drexa should work the shift just because she accidentally took another one, doesn't? Okay. Well, those two agreed. Then these two had a communication. But Oxel was the one that screwed up. So again, it doesn't matter which one you choose. Oh, there's a fourth option. Make do the best as you can. You make mistakes earlier and you had extra people but didn't investigate why. Well, it is the foreman's responsibility. It's either Oxel or the foreman's responsibility. Well, Oxel didn't say he was busy, so... Okay, now what? Help astrophysics scientist. So we go back to the turbo lift and back up. There.
I need to scan the route we'll take to the colony. But the Kazon attack has damaged our astrometric system. All it will tell me is how far off I am from our target position. I feel like I'm taking shots in the dark. Would you be willing to help me? By adjusting the sensor array's pitch, up and down, and yaw, left and right, you can point the array at the target. By adjusting the force, you can change the distance the array examines. Be sure not to overshoot the target location. The array will be useless if that happens.
Adjust astrometrics array. Okay. Where am I? Oh, okay. My bad.
I can't thank you enough for your help. Dex is going to be fine. The doctors say she'll be up and around in no time.
Glad to hear it, Neelix.
I need to return to Voyager. Please escort the Talaxian fleet to New Talix.
It would be an honor, Admiral.
We can return to Voyager at your earliest convenience. The Talaxians have much to do.
Certainly, Admiral. I thought there was more to do. Unless it's another mission. Anyway, I'll cut out these sorts of things. That could save a couple of seconds from the video if I can. Just work the Voyager's down there. Overshot the mark.
Thank you for all you have done for the Talaxians. I believe that they will be a valuable ally to us in the days ahead. That would not have been possible without your assistance. I am confident we will see one another again. Until then, live long and prosper.
Peace and long life to you, Admiral.
Our ships are ready to depart. Travel to the staging area to join us in our new adventure.
On my way, Neelix. Okay. So there must be another part to this.
Are you ready to depart for New Talax?
Sweet. So I'm detecting extremely high radiation levels in the system, too high for the normal dispersal pattern. I'll investigate further. But first, Neelix is hailing us from the Talaxian transport vessel.
Are you detecting the theta radiation spikes? Those levels have been normal and steady for weeks now. What could have happened?
We'll check it out. You stay here with the fleet. Okay, so this is yet another species from the Delta Quadrant, but this is from, like I said, the Talaxians and their campers are from the, oh, better stop. I overshot the mark again. Hey, what am I doing? Oh, I'm in the radiation. Come to a complete stop, I think. Okay. Sir, there appears to be high amounts of theta radiation around the planet. Our scan indicates it was recently placed here. It should not be an issue for us to remove them, but we would have to deal with whomever dumped the radiation in the first place. Neelix, do you have any idea who did this?
Theta radiation could mean only one thing: the Malon. They lack the technology to recycle antimatter waste, which has led them to develop an entire industry around dumping theta radiation in various areas. We can't survive on New Talax if the Malon are going to use it as their personal garbage dump.
I'll deal with this, Neelix. Okay, I don't think there's any way to come out of this without fighting.
Unknown vessel. This site is claimed by the Malon. Go find your own dump site.
Talaxians have claimed this system. You need to find another place to dump your waste.
Why? I was here first. Besides, there's a neutron star near here that makes this the perfect location for our needs. Finding another would be too expensive. Tell the Talaxians to find another planet.
The Talaxians have been searching for years for a planet like their homeworld. We could assist you in finding another site. The Malons have cut communications, sir. They're powering up weapons, but they're not a match for the Is that the ship name? I'm not sure. Red alert, target their engines. Destroying the ships will only make the radiation worse. This ship is extremely maneuverable. It's too maneuverable for a ship of its class, or its era. It's a little bit off-putting, because the other two ships from this era didn't have a very good maneuverability, and I was always saying, like, the turning arc wasn't that flash, but this ship's turning arc is extremely good. Okay. Yes. So the Malon come into it, I think maybe the 4th, 5th season, towards the end of the Voyager. Okay, so the Malon aren't very militaristic. They just have heavy shielding for the radiation, and that's why it's a bit hard to take them down.
Ship is under attack. More shields failing.
And as you can see, even though I've got the tractor beam on me, I've got buffs that help me fight off the tractor beam assault.
Shields failing.
There it is. Okay, so they're almost Ferengi in their way of money and business.
Enough! You've ruined me, wrecked my ship. At least spare my life.
Find another place to dump your trash. Okay, and they all fix their engines at
The
the exact
Malon are
same
gone,
time.
but the radiation is still around. Oh, what can we do? This would have been a perfect homeworld. But we can't live here if the radiation is going to infect the entire planet.
Yerofit can easily remove the radiation. Give us a moment. I'm just going to fly past this first one, go to the second one, and then work my way back. Okay, just looking for these dark green blobs I just shown. So in Voyager, there was a planet that was irradiated, and they did actually clean up the atmosphere. So this is sort of canon, and that we can actually clean up antimatter waste.
Thank you so much for all of your help. You are a true friend to me and to the Talaxian people. Your crew will always be welcome on Nutanix. And good luck in your voyages. I hope to see you again soon.
It has been a pleasure, Neelix. Best of luck to you and your people. We have completed our mission, sir. We can leave as soon as you're ready. Okay, that's so I think the next mission we go back to the asteroid base and help them again. Let's reunion.
The Malons were causing problems? I'll make a note of that. Hopefully they'll just be a minor inconvenience. Admiral Janeway wasn't very impressed by them. Neelix has sent word that the migration of the Talaxians is going smoothly. We've sent several ships to ensure they're protected from any more Malon incursions. Our first venture into the Delta Quadrant appears to be a success.
Awesome. Okay, so anything that gives you a tech upgrade is always good, so if you can redo this mission over and over again and get more of these, that'd be pretty damn good. Okay, so let's see. Torpedo weapon, damage, shield capacity, or damage resistance. So I've got enough of these. Either one of these two would be pretty good.
Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me?
Maybe. Just not now. Okay, so that's the end of this particular episode. We will continue in the next video on the next episode, which will be Revelations. Huh. not sure where the next one comes in, where we get back to the base. Okay then. That's all for this particular video. If you have any suggestions on a particular playthrough, I'm more than happy to take on suggestions. If you want to see any sort of STO with any sort of ship, I'm happy to do that as well. If you have any criticism, just leave it down below. I just ask that you keep it civil in the conversations down below. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.